Welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. George. All right, what's an implant?
Yeah, everybody, you know.
A tooth implant.
Yeah, right. Yeah, implants, everybody's heard about them.
Right.
There's so much marketing these days, you know, there's so many things going on. So basically what an implant is, it's a metal screw. So on this little model here, I'm showing a bunch of different, it's one company and they're showing different screws that they have.
Okay.
And, you know, this, so basically this is an implant. Okay?
And that just screws.
Now, yeah, we just put this into your jawbone, except that they're not that big.
I was going to say, they're not that big, I hope.
This is one for a gorilla or a dinosaur, but this is not for a human. But anyways, just to give you an idea, that's what an implant is.
Okay.
It's basically a titanium screw. We're seeing some new materials coming around nowadays, a porcelain implant made of zirconia, being advertised as metal-free, you know, because it's tooth-colored, it's white. Zirconia is technically a metal though, so don't be fooled into thinking they're not metal. They are, but they're just a white metal. So this is an implant. We can use implants to do a lot of different things. So my analogy with these is they're a lot like those anchors you put in the drywall when you want to like
or
hang
putting
something.
Up a picture or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's what an implant is. It's a lot like that. It's hollow in the middle. We screw this thing into the jawbone and then we can put different things on top.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what we generally will do, say you're missing a tooth or you're about to lose one tooth, then we can put one implant in, we put a post on top of it, like so, and then we put a crown on top of that. So this little model here kind of shows you that in a little bit more detail. So we've got the implant in this acrylic jawbone, the post is attached on top, and then the crown goes over top of that. And so that's in effect how we might replace, you know, one missing tooth.
Okay.
Okay, so that's an implant in a nutshell. It's just a screw. And of course, the difficult part with implants is that we have to have enough drywall to put the screw into.
Okay.
Right? And the position of the screw, where it goes, it has to be in the right spot so that it looks like a tooth when we're all done. Those are some of the things. Screws come in different shapes and sizes. Some of the screws are more like a drywall screw, like you can see this one. Look at the thread pattern on this. That's quite a bit different than the thread pattern on this one.
Would that be for like a back tooth?
You know, it varies. All the implant manufacturers have different thread designs, different thread pitches, you know, and they do things slightly differently. Each company has their, you know, own designs and what they think is going to work best.
Okay.
And, you know, in general, in my practice, I work with about 4 different implant manufacturers. And I kind of, you know, over the years, I've done thousands of these. And so I kind of select the implant that I think is going to work best in that situation.
Right.
Because you're right, you know, the bone in our mouth is not the same. You know, on the upper, at the back, the bone is very weak. It's not very dense. So we might want something like this that has wider platforms.
Okay.
You know, on the lower anterior, the bone is very, very dense. It's like drilling into concrete sometimes. And so depending on the bone density, we might use a different shape, different lengths, you know, those kind of things. But in a nutshell, an implant is just a screw. That's all it is.